All right. So, making dumb. So essentially, there's like weird tech psychos that like to demonstrate how they can make some other tech psycho or something like a dumb person. And they like to do it as some sort of weird demonstration. So these people, they use speakers that essentially nowadays is a little more advanced, but it's essentially built out of hacker tape sequence procedures that run in a normal kind of logical way. Okay, so when they do the making somebody dumb instantly stuff, essentially what they're doing is they're changing around where the sequence, the procedure. And so then it's like here's this explanation that normally it would be like explanation that leads into explanation that leads into explanation that leads into explanation. So when they switch, they know how to like re-logic the way that the tape plays in their speaker. And essentially then they say something that's like at the end, and then it like starts having them talk about something else at the beginning and stuff at the end, basically. And so then they sound dumb when they talk because the whole idea is that the audio plays on a loop, and that they say the stuff. It's like say the stuff, and then they say the stuff. And that's basically what it basically is. And so in their speaker, they'll hear what to say, and then they'll say it. And so here, when they start messing with this stuff, that's what that making dumb instantly stuff is. So the whole idea is that everybody just refuses to accept me being a genius. They just do. And so when they do the harassment stuff at me, they do what's called minimize the genius. Okay? And so that's where they are convinced of this type of idea about me. And that when they start attempting to do that type of stuff, then that's sometimes when I like to do like that's when I like to do super geniusness at them. And that it's part of my like ultimate like fuck you at them. Because essentially they believe that nobody could ever be as smart as me. And it's like, here's this dude. And you people will see here in the countdown to Facebook, to Satan coming back to Facebook. What you're going to see, my first posting, I found this picture of Elon when he was like a little boy, and it looks just like me. And it was like eerie. It was really eerie. It really was. And that this is what I know about spacemen. NASA has whole theoretics around people that look like us as little boys. Whole theoretics. It's like who they look for spacemen. People that literally look like you'll see in the picture, he looks like my little boy too. You'll see that literally a picture of Elon as a little boy looks just like me as a little boy. It was eerie as fuck. I couldn't. I had to highlight it because essentially, it's like what the English people call the Satan superhumans of the Viking people, kind of. But that's kind of what it is. So it's what they refer to as the perfect wizard genetics or something in an older Viking kind of way. They also call it a prairie boy, but everybody has like a weird theoretical confusion about what that means. But that's like what I know is that the people that look like me and Elon as little boys, just like my son, those are like what the like royalty views as like the superhumans. And you see, I'm a genius, Elon's a genius, and then, yep, I bet you I spooched out a genius. I bet you his father was smart too. And then my father was smart also. He did military, he was a little more. He didn't really spend time, but you know what? At 70 years old, you'd be pretty surprised at what that person knows and reads. You'd be pretty surprised about, you know how these like weird old people that do like society pedal bangs and shit? How they're always like, what's books on your shelves and stuff? You'd be pretty surprised at at the books that my dad has on his shelf. Books that only, it would be like books that Obama would have. It would be like that. It'd be like those type of books. And so he's not dumb at all. He knows how to do lots of things, even at 70 years old. And so, you know, he never really pursued intellectual college or anything, but more than likely, because he looked like me as a child also. And that more than likely, he could have probably gone to college, probably done it. He could have probably done like mechanical engineering or something, and probably could have been a genius that could have potentially changed the world in all ways. That's really what it is. He could. I've never viewed him as dumb at all. He went in the military and did army. He's officially dumb, but that's just the way it is. I never viewed him as an imbecile or nothing ever in my life. There's things I still ask that dude. I still ask him like, what is this? Why how do I do this and stuff like that? And that he, to this very day, still like when I don't like to pay money to work on my car. And then I can do it myself, but I always like to have him around. Because he'll always know what to do, even at like 70 years old. And he wasn't a mechanic, he worked out at Hanford in the nuclear place and stuff, and did like health and safety and stuff, and like the radiation way and stuff. But the whole idea is that to this very day, still can do anything, even with a modern car.